All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Unlimited Truth. And as I've always said and started to say, the unlimited truth shows up when the truth is needed. And my brother Erock, if there's a week where the truth is needed in this wild place we call the gaming community, I think it's right now, right? So before we get on the topics, my man, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh man, this is Iraq X man. Always glad to come here and support my little bro, Unlimited Production. And as always, man, just when we think we're going to get a week away from this shit, no chance. They add it again. Like, oh boy, it's just wild. It's just wild.
Yeah, and it's been a crazy last few days, especially. And so I'm going to start with this, Iraq. Um, there was a report a couple days ago about the initiative hasn't having turnover. Um, uh, there's been turmoil apparently with the initiative and Perfect Dark. And as always, instead of even though in the article, because I do something that most people don't do, Iraq. I actually read these
Hmm.
articles. I don't just read the headline and be like,
Hmm.
oh, and base my opinion on it. No, in the article, they've even said this is actually normal procedure to have this kind of turnover at this point of development and stuff like that. And what's up, other Zinc? Thank you for joining us, man. So but the thing is, for me personally, Iraq, the initiative news means nothing to me because Perfect Dark's still gonna come out. It's not gonna be canceled. And what's up, Smitty Smith? It's not gonna be canceled or none of that. All right, this is just a development cycle because it happens. But Iraq, it's funny how everything comes full circle, right? Because the same gaming community that I could have swore hated Crunch was for the devs. They love the devs so much, Iraq. They hate Game Pass because they thought those games, the developers weren't being paid for games on the Game Pass, right?
Hmm.
So this whole time that they've been telling us, oh, protect the devs. We got to protect devs like dying puppies, right? When they talk, you know those commercials with the wings of an angel, with the sick dogs and all that shit that
Uh-huh.
came on at like
Uh-huh.
2 in the morning. Yeah,
Yep.
that's how they've been sounding towards these devs, right? And now all of a sudden, one report comes out about one studio, about one game. Never mind the other 30 studios. Never mind that there's over 50 games from all of these Xbox studios being worked on. This one game from this one studio means that all of a sudden it's doom and gloom. Erock, the gaming world. I mean, Xbox is going to cancel Perfect Dark. The initiative is done. Nobody wants to work for Xbox. Xbox, they need to be harder on these devs and create a crunch culture because that's what developers want. They want to be overworked 80 hours a week making fucking video games instead of being with their family, Erock. Because apparently, to developers, exclusives are more important than their families and all that stuff. It doesn't make sense to me, but hey, I'm just a messenger, right? So I'm gonna ask you as we get started in tonight's show. Does does this initiative move mean anything to you? And what do you think about the gaming world's changing tune on protecting developers?
Oh man, that's a two-part question. Um, the initiative news doesn't really mean anything to me because it doesn't affect me at all. It's not going to affect Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark's going to come out when Perfect Dark. Listen, I've lost track of trying to keep up with all the releases Xbox has coming out. Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yeah, you're loud and
I'm
clear,
sorry.
Erock.
Yeah, I've lost track of trying to keep up with all the releases Xbox has coming out between now and 2023. Man, and E3 is going to reveal a lot more when that happens. Man, it doesn't bother me at all. Turnover happens all the time, and I can hear you guys now. Oh, you guys are just Xbox. You guys, listen. All this is about is y'all guys need something to talk about. Y'all need something to talk about. And so this article gave y'all something to jump on Xbox again because Xbox has been doing spectacular. Xbox is doing great. Xbox has not been the company with pedophiles running loose with boys' underwear half off.
Yep.
Xbox has not been the company with rapists raping women at the company, and the PlayStation fanboys defending these guys, saying, "Well, it was only 8 women this time." Xbox is not the one whose games dropped in sales 80% like a week after it came out. So y'all need something. Y'all need anything. Like
Yep.
I live in a world where WWE fired 88 people.
Shit.
Either fire or oh yeah, I know you don't keep track of that, but man, it's been a mass exodus. Uh,
Wow.
Keith Lee, Tony Storm, Ruby Riot, fucking Adam Cole, Bobby Fish. You matter of fact, AEW is populated by all of NXT. William Regal. Like they fired 88 motherfuckers left WWE in the last year.
Right.
Nobody are they still having WrestleMania? Yes. Is WWE closing down? No. 375 people leave in America leave Home Depot and Burger King a day, and
Right.
McDonald's a day. Look, I've had it. I'm leaving this job. Somehow, the video game industry is an industry where uh, uh, we look for hot takes. These people like Dreamcast guy and people that I enjoy, like Oh No, it's Alex. They need hot takes. People like Red Dragon, they need hot takes. And always if it's Xbox, Xbox is doomed. What's Xbox gonna do? Y'all said this back in 2021 with Halo Infinite. Halo
Oh
Infinite,
yeah.
Halo Infinite still came out. Halo Infinite still came out. Halo Infinite still made us money. Halo Infinite still had well, I don't know how many people, how many users. Um, I said Sea of Thieves is doomed. Sea of Thieves has been going strong now for 5 years, more content than ever. 25 million players. It's like this is what this gaming space has become. It's become full of people who are just absolutely ridiculous. And when you call these guys out, the Dreamcast guys and the Red Dragons, they'll either ignore you or the Dustin Laguerres. They'll either ignore you or they'll block you or they'll say that you're an Xbox fan. Well, you no, I'm a realist. I'm a realist. Focus on what y'all need to be focusing on because y'all seem to be not wanting to address it, not wanting to address the pedophile over at PlayStation, the
Yeah.
rapes that happen over at PlayStation, Horizon Forbidden West losing 80%, sales drop at 80%, and like 2 weeks after, y'all don't want to address any of that. And as far as the second half of the question, these people in the media, all of a sudden, well, Xbox should really they should really stay on top of these developers and push crunch. Wait a minute, y'all for crunch now, but y'all was against it like a year ago. But these developers they being pushed to death. They need rest. They like, dude, like it seems like if it's Xbox, y'all always like I don't know, man. It's just absolutely crazy. This shit is not even news. The fact that Unlimited Production had to make a video about this, a podcast, is really is it's a waste of both our times
Hmm.
because y'all do this stupid shit over and over and over and over again. And when Perfect Dark eventually comes out, they'll find that these are who these people are. Unlimited. This is what they do. These are who they are, and people like you and Hebot don't have a big enough voice, but somehow these Jez Cortons and these Red Dragons and these Dreamcast guys do. Try getting on some gaming. Try reporting some news. Try being helpful in the community. Try helping out your fellow YouTuber or helping out your fellow gamer or saying, hey, don't buy this, buy that, or this is how you do this. No, it's always some foolishness. It's always some foolishness. So man, that's how I feel about it, man. The initiative having I don't know 14 employees or 18 employees, whatever the fuck it was, it could have been 100 employees. What the hell would it? I, like we explained last was it last week on Sega Man show for the 38 employees or however many that left the initiative, that was 38 people whose resumes got bumped up, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm glad them niggas is gone. Yo, let me up in here." The,
Yeah.
the world is dog eat dog, bruh. Ain't none of my jobs miss me, bro.
Right.
I'm real rap. None of my jobs miss me, and I help these white dudes here in Philadelphia build transportation companies. They
Right.
don't miss me. Rock, your fee will break us. We you know the money you ask for will break us. I had to bow. They don't miss me. That's somebody else was like, yo, Rock going good looking. Oh, let me get his spot. That's just
Yep.
the nature of the business. And for y'all to be sitting here thinking, oh, a Perfect Dark is in trouble. The Xbox is in trouble. Wait a minute. Xbox just bought Activision Blizzard and just bought Bethesda. How the fuck are they in trouble? They now have something like, I don't know, 35, 40 intellectual properties. How the fuck
Hmm.
so, if anybody's in trouble, it's Sony.
Yeah.
If anybody's in trouble, it's Nintendo. But what
Yep.
world are we living in? And then you got people like, I don't know who it was, whether it was Dustin Legary or whoever. Well, you buy publishers to hide any deficiencies. Man, was Sony hiding deficiencies back in the 90s when they bought up fucking studios? Like, dude, you can't make this shit up. These guys, they're all ridiculous. They're all crazy. And when people like me and you call them out, they figure out everything in the book to throw at us. Granny by racist, this, that, the other. Like, man, this shit is so corny. It's absolutely ridiculous. Unlimited.
Yeah, hey man, absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing breakdown there, Erock. And everything you said was spot on. And that's why I love talking with you, man, because you come from a perspective outside of what I call the gaming bubble. And the problem with the gaming bubble is that their scope of view is so limited that they can't seem to add proper context to anything. And before I continue, Smitty Smith, thank you for the $5. And he said that PlayStation fanboys, we support the devs by sending death threats. The book of X. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh man, look, we if we went through all the ills that the PlayStation fans did, we'd be here till next Thursday, man. It'll be an endless podcast because they did so much shit. So, but yeah, absolutely spot on, man. But like I was saying, Iraq, the problem with that gaming bubble that I keep seeing with all these guys, even guys that I enjoy their content. You know, I've enjoyed Oh Knows Alex videos when he talks shit, but when they come from this gaming bubble, and they to me they just sound so crazy and clueless. And the example you used was perfect, and other Zinc also made a very great point that I'm gonna bring up in a second about how McDonald's people 350 people quit McDonald's working at McDonald's a day and it's perfectly fine, right? The initiative is going to be fine. And as other things said, the initiative cut 34 employees yet hired 330 plus developers in September 20,
Hey,
2021.
unlimited. Hey, unlimited. Look, I know I rambled on a little bit, man. You know, because sometimes I get lost in my thoughts. But
Mm-hmm.
back in 2011, here in Philadelphia,
Uh-huh.
because I used to work in the Philadelphia tourism industry. So
Right.
this new company started up in 2011, and what they did was they cherry picked all of the best veterans they could find to help start their company. Right, and it
Right.
must have been about 11 or 12 of us, the best drivers, the best trainers, the best salespeople, the best tour guides, and we started this company here in Philadelphia called Philadelphia Sightseeing Tours.
Mhm.
Now, since 2011, it has been 3,400 employees came and left that company. I don't even
Right.
know where all the original people that helped start that company is, including myself. The
Yeah.
original, it might be one original dude left there, my tour guide
Yep.
Ernie, and that's it. That and not once did anybody say, "Oh man, Rock and Ernie and Big Nate ain't with Philadelphia Sightseeing Tours anymore. They're in trouble." No, business keeps rolling without
Yeah.
your ass. So
Exactly.
so that's why I don't understand in this gaming bubble how they like, oh man, Perfect Dark's in trouble. No, Xbox will just get somebody else in there, pull
Yep.
some people from Playground Games, or pull some people from Bethesda, or that's why they bought in Crystal
Crystal
Dynamics.
bingo.
And everybody said, oh, they bought in Crystal Dynamics for well, man, the motherfuckers that made Tomb Raider, they ain't a
Yeah.
bad talent to pull from. And it's like y'all look for anything But like Mr. 100 said on his show a day ago, y'all didn't mind waiting 10 years for that game, the Last Guardian or something, the
Yeah,
game with that
yeah, that's
rat
bullshit.
that still came out buggy while the studio that was making it tried to get their shit together. People left, people got fired. Motherfuckers was pulling their hair out because they couldn't figure out how to make the rat go left and right, so they quit. But 11 people. The initiative cut 34 employees, and it's the end of the world. Oh my god, really?
Yeah,
Shit.
the hyperbole is absolutely insane, man. Yeah, I feel like I was cutting you off there. My
Oh
bad.
no! I said what I had to say, but it's
Yeah,
just
okay,
so,
okay.
it's just so fucking crazy that
Yeah,
like whenever it's Xbox, it's doom and gloom. Haven't we been
yeah,
here 1,000 times before?
yep. Hey, 1,000 times since I've joined this community, and that was just a couple years ago. I could imagine how much it's been since you and Hebot been at it. Where
Yeah.
every single time, and it's funny because you sit back and you think the way that people talk that Microsoft isn't the $1 trillion company here that's running all these other businesses under the Xbox umbrella, right? You
Hmm.
you think you think that what's going on is some rundown company or some company that's just on its last leg, can't afford to lose employees, won't get nothing out, or that Xbox, for example, the Xbox Series S and X outsold the PS5 in Europe last month,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
You the it's the and look, man, and Killer's Heaven 82 put it perfectly. PlayStation exclusive like Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West failed. So of course they have to talk about Xbox exclusive. Because as far as I know, the last two Xbox games did well. Yeah, Forza had 18 million players and Halo had 20 million players. As I said on E-Rock's show on Sunday, Sony would give their left nut for that. If Gran Turismo had 20 million players in a week or a month, whatever, however long it's been since it came out, do you know what Sony would do? We wouldn't hear the end of it. The,
Like.
and then you look at Horizon Forbidden West.
Hmm.
Like Erock said, their sales dropped 80% in a week. A week. You know what that tells me? That hype died fucking faster than the Eternals because like that it went from being PlayStation saving grace because they had nothing in the after June when Ratchet and Clank came out. They had nothing during the holiday, nothing at New Year. So that was their saving grace. And
Yeah.
so when it got beat out in a week, lost, and nobody's talking about it, nobody's playing it, nobody gives a shit. They went back to their favorite topic, Erock, Xbox, and then it just so
Yeah.
happened that this quote unquote bad news came out, which again to me means absolutely nothing. Iraq already brilliantly broke down how turnover and stuff like that works. I work for an oil company. If you want to talk about an industry that has turnover, work for an oil company. All right, we hire and terminate employees every fucking day.
Yo,
Um,
man, here's how crazy this shit is. Here's how crazy this shit is. Now, yeah, if I had some kind of ego, I'd be hurt by the fact that if I went downtown right now to Center City, Philadelphia, because I'm on the outskirts, I'm in West Philadelphia.
right.
If I go downtown to Center City, Philadelphia, and see the double decker buses and all the tour buses, nobody would know who the fuck I am. Maybe one person might recognize me, but yo, that was A Rock, man. That dude's a
Right.
legend. But for the most part, nobody knows who the fuck I am.
Yep.
Nobody knows who the guys are that walked so that industry could run. Like if you had an ego, that would hurt you. But it's like once you understand the nature of turnover, and that these businesses will continue without you,
Yep.
like you don't sit around and be like, oh man, does anybody remember all the motherfuckers that made Xbox? No, I think
No.
I think somebody remembers Seamus Blackley. uh,
Yeah.
if
That
if he bought would say he'd name all the motherfuckers, but I
Oh
can't.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
Well, I
no,
mean, he's a
no,
historian. He's a
yeah,
he's a different level.
nobody remembers the original dudes that worked on Gears of War. Nobody.
No.
In fact, some folks when Cliff Bleszinski left Gears of War, they was like, "Oh man, Gears of War." No, no, no. Rob Ferguson and them continue. They
Yep.
had a team in place. Perfect Dark will continue on. Perfect Dark
Exactly.
Perfect Dark has been dead since what, 2006.
Yeah.
It will continue on, but somehow in gaming we live in this bubble where they just so ready to, especially if it's Xbox. Oh, it's the end. What's Xbox going to
Well,
do over one fucking game and they own 40 IPs? Like what? Like huh?
yeah, when you add any kind of thought to it, it immediately breaks down. And that's what and that's what I was saying in our chat earlier. It's funny how we live in the internet age, guys. Google's literally at your finger, and yet for some reason, none of these guys like Destin who have 70, 80,000 subscribers can't Google one fucking sentence.
And,
And
and, don't-
and
and don't
it's
and don't feel any to bother either. That's what
yeah,
pissing me the fuck off.
yeah, exactly. Don't feel the need to bother, and then sit there and then lie to your face. And so I gotta sit there and watch these people just lie, just blatantly lie, over stuff that is easily disproven. And Smith, thank you again for another $5, man. And he said all this worry about Xbox, but Sony has $2 trillion in debt and counting. Uh, well par for the course, I guess. Yeah. Hey, man, Sony's got so many problems, and we're going to talk. I'm hoping Hebot comes in because I want to talk about uh Sony's issues more in depth, and I really like his breakdown of it. So that's why I'm holding off on that particular topic. But yeah, Sony's always got fucking issues. All right, there's a reason why Michael Pachter was saying they're not going to be the same in 10 years, and we've been saying that shit long before Michael Pachter was saying it, because we got eyes and brains and functional brains, right? And it said other things here say that Microsoft was worth almost 3 trillion. Yeah, exactly. And it's funny how these Twitter experts and YouTube experts somehow know more than the $3 trillion company.
Motherfucking
Rock.
motherfucking business analysts and
Yeah,
pundits and shit.
yeah.
These
Hey,
motherfuckers, these
it,
motherfuckers work at they work at a petting zoo, and now all of a sudden these motherfuckers they know what's going on in fucking these $1 trillion fucking companies.
apparently Iraq, and this only happens anytime Xbox is involved. Only when Xbox is involved does everybody become business experts, financial
Mm-hmm.
analysts, developers. They've been developing games. Not only have they been developing games, Iraq, they've been releasing their games on time every month, because
Mm-hmm.
that's the only way to explain the nonsense they come up with when they try to say that, try this fake concern shit, right?
Where
On a and it's all fake. And
Wait,
and
remember when Xbox bought Activision? All of a sudden, everybody was security exchange lawyers and
yeah,
shit. Like,
yeah,
get the fuck out of
and
here!
yeah, and not security, and not
Like,
only that,
hey,
they're
hey,
asking the
time
president.
unlimited. These motherfuckers can't even pay for gas, and they gonna sit here. I mean, well, if it get any higher, neither will we be able to. But like, yeah, they
Yeah,
can't even pay for gas. My tank is full. They
yeah.
can't even pay for gas, and they experts on. Look at this lazy ass nigga. They experts on they experts on what Xbox is doing. Listen, I've been doing YouTube for 6 years, and I always knew Microsoft was a lucrative company, but I never had no understanding of the business end of that shit. I never
Yeah.
pretended to be. I never pretended to be a dude in none of my videos. And I sit down and be like, "Well, my Xbox is doing this week," and that I who cares? That I was too busy trying to figure out, how am I going to do at work this week? Am I going to have a profitable week? Like I never like these dudes. They kill me unlimited production. They kill me on how much they know, and as you've seen, how much they're constantly proven wrong.
Oh, and Tuck, thank you for joining us. Now I'll let you introduce yourself in a second, Tuck. But
All right.
Iraq, man, you are spot on there. That is what's funny to me, is how they're constantly proven wrong. And even guys like, oh no, it's Alex, who I believe Iraq said he was trying to start shit in his videos, and he just ignored him. That was him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just trying to debate him on Elden Ring, man. He wasn't having that shit, man. He was
yeah,
like, no.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, they'll hide behind, they'll hide behind their videos, where they could just read the comments. They don't have to read them out like we're doing now on the show and stuff. Avoid all confrontation, be proven wrong, and somehow just come up with the next nonsense lie, or take things way out of context. And I'm saying, oh no, it's Alex, but I think Destin Legary is far worse at this
He's
shit.
the worst. He's the worst.
Because he became this magical Xbox fanboy. His channel blows up because of it, and you couldn't tell. You think it was back to 2014, Destin, by the way he's sounding. And again, this guy supposedly works in the industry, and he sounds about as dumb as every random Twitter user
What
who pretends to be an expert.
what bothers me about these guys, Unlimited Production, and then we'll let Tuck slide in, is there's never a contrarian view. It's always if everybody's hyping up Elden Ring, I gotta hype up Elden Ring. If
Yeah,
everybody's saying Halo gonna fail, I gotta say Halo's gonna fail. Like Kid Smooth last year, like one of the OGs in this community. Like it's like if you guys had one leg to stand on, if I saw some integrity, I'd be like, okay, all right, I could follow this guy, but there's no integrity whatsoever. There's no
bingo.
integrity whatsoever. Like in a video I made earlier, I was saying, look, if if you've already played Grand Theft Auto 5, then this enhanced version is not for you.
Yep.
It's not for you. It's not for you. It wasn't made for you. It wasn't really even made for me. But I fell for it. But I can admit that. I can admit that, and I can admit in videos to say that I was wrong about shit. I can say
Right.
I was wrong about Guardians of the Galaxy. That shit is
Mhm.
awesome.
Yep.
Like these guys, they never have a contrarian view about anything. It's always
Yeah.
wherever the wind blows, especially if it's about Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox is in trouble. Even though, how the fuck are they in trouble when they are a $675 billion company that
Yep.
just spent over damn near $90 billion buying publishers? They're in trouble. Like, do you know how ridiculous that fucking sounds?
Yeah, it is crazy. Hey, and Tuck Master Man, thank you for joining. I know you always try to make it through. So introduce yourself, my friend, and then I'll get you caught up and get your thoughts.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy DJ Tugmaster, the original killer. I can't stand ponies, and I hope the ponies can't stand me. I'm on Instagram. I got my podcast up. It's called the Xbox Lions Den. I had to turn around and figure out a solid time that I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'll probably be doing it sometime around noon Central Time because I do it early. I do it early in the morning, and nobody can really see what I'm doing. But I
Yeah,
think when I do it around, I think I'm gonna start doing around noon my time. That's Central Standard Time, so that'd be around 9 o'clock. So that'd be maybe around 1 o'clock, East time. It'd be like probably be like 9 or 8, around 9 o'clock Pacific time.
Now,
I think
now,
that's what
now,
time I'm
now,
gonna have to do it.
Tuck, hold on now. The president just said they doing away with daylight savings time. So you
oh yeah,
fucked up,
yeah,
dude. Yeah, yeah,
I'm glad to see that happen.
you might have to scrap it, brother.
yeah.
Well, if I have to do that, I mean, so is it for sure that they done away with it all the way?
I don't know, man. I'm just fucking with you, Tuck.
I'm hoping that they do away with it because that hour really goofed me up, boy. It really messed
Right.
me up. But no, fellas, but that's about all, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
What are the topics on anyway?
Yeah, well, the first topic we were discussions, Tuck, was that a report came out about the initiative having turnover, right? And there's quote unquote problems, and everybody's being doom and gloom about it. But as somebody who actually read the article, and Erock broke it down very, very, very well, they were saying in the article, no, this is actually normal. The situation they're dealing with is normal for their development process, and Perfect Dark is fine. Perfect Dark's not going to be canceled, but to add to that, Tuck, and so this is a two-pronged question. The first one is your thoughts on the initiative, and the second one that I want your thoughts on was gamers. Now they're pro crunch. That they used to be all, oh, let's save the devs, let's protect the devs, like they're dying trees in the rainforest, right? So now they're saying, oh, well, maybe Microsoft should make these developers crunch and make them work 80 hours a week and then neglect their families over fucking video games. So what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, for number one, let me ask you this, fellas. How many people work for the initiative?
Somebody
Well,
said 330.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Outer
some
Zinc,
people saying like over 600. So I don't
other
know.
yeah, Other Zinc said that they hired over 330 people back in September. So losing 34 people, eh,
That ain't nothing.
yeah,
That ain't nothing. I mean, and I was over there. I was over there talking to Bone about it, and Bone, and I talked to him about it. He just still like he said that's no big deal. And the thing
no,
about it is, who knows? Crystal Dynamics is helping them work on it. And if those 34 employees got all upset because Crystal Dynamics came in them helping them work on it, he said they could be mad about that. But my input is this: who knows? Microsoft might have bought out Crystal Dynamics. You never could tell. I mean, because now all of a sudden, they starting to be helping down on the game and all that stuff. It's just something to really think about. And as far as like 34 employees that left, let them leave. Let them go
yeah.
because if that's the way they want to do it, let them
That
leave.
Hey, that's how it is, man. That's how it's at my job. That's how it was at Eroc's job. People leave jobs all the time, Tuck,
Yeah,
all the time. And
yeah,
for some reason, only when it comes to Xbox do they need some explanation on why people are leaving their fucking job.
right.
What you want the people at the initiative or Phil Spencer to go on stage and be like, well, this guy he left because he didn't like the hours. No, so it's more like they left and the next person that
This
they had found on
this
LinkedIn
this
they
this
hired.
yeah. This one guy got bit by a vampire bat, so he couldn't work days no more. All kinds of dumb.
Yeah. I mean, it's so silly because not too long. I mean, they always want to talk about what Xbox do. Don't forget, PlayStation did this not too long ago, and nobody even talk
Oh,
about it.
yeah, that's right. That's right. With hell, Naughty Dog they were losing. They lost developers. That the studio that makes God of War they lost developers. Yeah, somehow people are very practical or probably don't even know it happened when Sony does it. Because Sony man they sweep more things under the rug than the CIA. I don't know
Yeah,
how they fucking do it, man. The CIA can learn pointers how to get away with shit the way Sony does. Because
Right,
you could pretty much find Sony having way worse examples, and there's not a single video on it. Destin didn't make one. Colin Moriarty didn't make one. Fertanga didn't make one. None when Sony was losing developers, but with Xbox, oh yeah. So now everybody has developed games and they know the process in and out.
Sony, Sony, Sony sweeps more shit under the rug than a Mexican housekeeper at Days Inn, and though nobody say shit, you know what I mean? Though
no,
nobody ever questions them. Like you said, they want Phil to do a press conference and shit and explain. Like
yeah,
Phil is like, yo, man, we got over 40 IPs and I don't know what 30 fucking studios.
Yep.
Like we could pull, they could pull from any of that talent.
right. And I mean, and like I
Yeah.
said, Crystal Dynamics is coming in helping them do it. That's no big deal. It's really not no big deal at all. I mean, but like I said, who knows? Crystal Dynamics, because Crystal Dynamics and Microsoft got a good relationship with each other. They do. Um, I know most people don't want to hear that, but they do got a good relationship with each other. I'm glad to see it happening, but who knows? Microsoft might have acquired them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
but as far as I'm concerned, people need to just chill out and let
yep.
Microsoft do what they do best. And they
Yep.
don't even know when this game is gonna come out. They know that I heard that the game is in production, but when is the game gonna come out? It might be 2 years from now, might be next year, might be 3 years from now.
It'll
And they
come
still
out.
get
Hey, Tuck. It'll come out when it comes out. And you know
Yeah.
what? For us Xbox fans, we're not starving for Perfect Dark. It's just
no,
look, the being an Xbox fan right now is like just having your own personal chef, and you could just ask him for anything you want. You want an RPG, you got Starfield. You want a racing game, you got Forza. You got
yeah,
a
that's right.
shooter, you want a shooter, you got Halo. So we have it so good that we don't need anything really. It's really just a matter of they release when they release. Look,
Right.
we still got Redfall and Starfield from Bethesda off the top of my head alone, and that's not counting what's going to be announced later this summer at E3. So the hyperbole is insanity. But that's what happens with this recency bias era that we live in, where people's views only matter for what happened at that particular time.
And then you got motherfuckers like Dreamcast guy who I still have never seen him with a Dreamcast or a
Right.
Sega console, who looks like he needs to be worrying about how to deal with his acne more than worrying about Xbox. In one sentence, he's like, "Woo, Wolverine's coming! Woohoo!" They ain't get that nigga not announced date the first. They ain't give y'all. They ain't hell. Forget an announced date. They didn't give y'all an announced decade. But yet,
Right.
but yet with Xbox, Xbox, we need to see release dates for these games. We need to see some gameplay from Starfield. They will show gameplay from Starfield when they're ready to show it, not when you're ready for it. They
Yep.
will show Forza Motorsport 8 when they're ready to show it. And you know how Xbox always does. E3, you see all of these advertisements for these games. You didn't know what was coming because this time last year, guys, prove me wrong, we did not know that Forza Horizon 5 was coming. That shit
Yep.
just showed up at E3. We was like, what?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
did.
And,
Yeah, it did.
and it showed up out of sequence.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Forza Motorsport 8. So Microsoft always keeps they learned, guys. They learned from E3 2017 or E3 2015 and showing shit too soon, showing
Hmm.
Crackdown too soon in a on the PC in an unfinished state. They learned to keep shit close to the chest. They're smart now, like DC. They learn to keep shit close to the chest. You don't show shit 5 and 6 years out. Sony don't do it, but apparently all they got to do is show y'all a title card for Wolverine. And you're like, woohoo, Wolverine! Look, man, these
Well,
guys
no.
are
Well,
so
Erod,
fraudulent.
Erod, hey, Erod. Not only do they go woohoo Wolverine, they instantly go Xbox needs superhero games. That's
Exactly.
how they think. It's never just ooh good. Hey, PlayStation, yay! It's no. Hey, haha, look at you. Xbox needs to do better. For some, it always comes back to Xbox in some way. For example, um, Sony Sony is showcasing that Harry Potter game tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were acting like it's an exclusive. Oh, Xbox is dead. RP Xbox. It's a fucking multi-plat.
That's how
It,
stupid they are.
yeah.
See, this is what I'm always saying. Whenever Sony comes out with a video and all that stuff, they thinking that every doggone game is going to be their exclusive, and it's not
Yep.
exclusive at all. I mean, it's like that State of Decay crap that they came out with what last week. Man, come on now. I mean, half them games are going to be multiplat. I mean,
Half the only games that were multi-plat was that Forsaken game and some other Square Enix game. Everything else
right.
is coming to Xbox.
Yeah, but like I said, the only thing what I like about what Microsoft do, Microsoft will let you know it's going to be an exclusive. Whenever they do something, they will say exclusive.
And not
But
but
Sony ain't doing that.
and it's funny, they do that and people still act like it's coming to PlayStation. I mean,
Right.
how many times did everybody at Xbox had to say Starfield is an Xbox exclusive before that shit died down? They said it at
Oh man.
E3, that Aaron Greenberg said it, that Phil Spencer said it, that Todd Howard said it, and they were still like, "Oh, when is it coming to PlayStation?"
These
But it's
guys
Yeah,
are
that's a
wild.
trip. I mean, that is a real trip. I mean, as far as it's like far as X. I mean, that's the reason why I did that. I did a video on Instagram about that guy. I just brought him up on the Douglas thing just to ruffle some people's feathers up on because he's a butthole. I mean, sometimes he's talking a good game, and then sometimes he just don't talk a good game at all. I forgot his name, but I bought him on Instagram this morning. I mean, some of the stuff that he said just crappy. I
yeah,
mean, it's just like, okay, it don't make no doggone sense. I mean, he's so worried about, what's the name of that game that's supposed to, I mean, that they talking about, the game that they talking about. Uh,
Starfield.
no, I ain't talking about Starfield. I'm talking about the game that they talking about that supposed to come out, and now they think is the Jeopardy.
Oh,
The game,
Perfect Dark.
yeah, Perfect Dark. It's still like y'all, and I bought him like, and I just did that for the heck of it, just ruffle he buys feathers and other feathers too. But but I know it ain't nothing because he ain't really talking about nothing. Once I read it, once I called Bone, And Bone told me, he said, Miguel, don't worry about this stuff. They got over 300 to 400 people. 35 people is not a big deal.
Right.
If
Yeah.
they
And,
decide that they want to go their way, let them go their way.
Hey,
yeah.
listen. This is why these guys don't like me. They don't like dealing with me. People won't have me on their podcast. I don't give a shit. I'm doing my own thing. We doing our own thing.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
would tell them, you motherfuckers don't care about Perfect Dark. You didn't care about it yesterday.
No.
Yep.
You're not. All of you that are acting so concerned, y'all not going to buy Xbox to play Perfect Dark. Y'all don't care about the initiative. Y'all was talking shit about the initiative 3 months ago. So what? This is how Dreamcast guy, all of these guys, they y'all are frauds. What do you mean a fraud? Because y'all hop on the latest gimmicks and the latest fads. I guess
Mhm.
y'all got bored with Elden Ring, so y'all was looking for something else to talk about. Like you guys are fucking frauds, man. Y'all don't give a shit. Y'all don't give a
Yeah.
shit. That's why when Tuck be always be like, guys, what you think about what's going on PlayStation? I don't care. I don't know. I don't care what's going on over there. That company could
Uh-uh.
that company could disappear tomorrow. I wouldn't give a shit.
No.
Why fake this concern like these motherfuckers give a shit about the initiative? Man, they should push devs and make devs do crunch. And then if Xbox did that, if motherfuckers found out that Xbox was secretly motherfucking fucking
Running
boot,
fucking labor camps.
yeah, running the fucking labor camp and shit, with little kids working around the clock in sweatshops and shit to push out games. That's all you would be fucking hearing about. These guys are such frauds, man. It's unreal. And how do you live with yourself being with such a fucking fraud? I know you got to get them clicks. You gotta get them clicks, right, Dustin Legary? How can you fucking live with yourself? Y'all look like fucking nerds. Every last
Yeah.
one of y'all, from
Yeah.
Dream from Dreamcast guy to fucking Dustin Legary, they all look like fucking nerds. Like it's ridiculous, man. And guys like me and Hebot, we just sick of it. Because if
Yeah.
anything, we tried to be clear. We tried to have clarity all of these years. But I don't know. I don't know unlimited production. This shit is really retarded.
Yeah. Hey, man. Excellently put. But let me get to some comments here. Killers Heaven said he knows what PlayStation fanboys are starving for: games that work out of the box.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, them Sony games, man. Them Sony games die fast.
Oh
I mean,
man.
like people don't even know how to pronounce that seafood game because that made no traction. We Horizon died fast. Gran Turismo Sport got beat out by a 5-year-old game. That game never had a chance. So yeah, they need something because all they got left is talking about Xbox. And Smitty Smith said that Sony fanboys never cheer about game being fun. All they care about is exclusivity. Yep, and I
That's
said
all
that
they
a
care
million
about.
times.
That's
Eh,
all they care
yeah,
about.
they
Yeah.
care about exclusivity so much they were trying to push that multiplat as exclusive just to hate on Xbox, which is weird as hell. You said, isn't it weird that PlayStation brand is longer on the market than Xbox, yet PlayStation couldn't manage to have a mascot? Xbox has Master Chief, Nintendo has Mario, PlayStation has nothing. Hey, PlayStation is creatively bankrupt. All right, they came into the game being bankrupt because hey, they made the PlayStation off of Nintendo's R&D basically.
Hmm.
So and they came into the game buying everything off other platforms, especially Sega. So they never had the creative know how to create a mascot that lasts through time.
Hey,
Kratos ain't Master Chief.
no.
Look, let's put things this way. My dad, who the only games he really played was like Tetris and old Atari games, know who's Kratos is. If I ask, I mean not Kratos, no Master Chief is. If I ask him who Kratos is, he wouldn't know what the hell I was talking about. Get out of here. And
Killers Heaven, Killers Heaven 82. PlayStation did have a mascot. He's over at Xbox now. He's
yeah,
over, he's over at Xbox now.
yeah, brilliant, brilliant. I love it. Brilliant power move by Phil, man. Hey, if I was Phil Spencer, I'd be wearing a Crash Bandicoot shirt on E3 and everything.
They
Just
don't
just
mention nothing about that, but yet they was doing backflips. Well, here's how dumb these motherfuckers are. They don't mention nothing about Crash Bandicoot, Sony's first mascot now belonging to
Oh
Xbox.
my God.
But yet, when they these fools was doing a jig thinking that Halo was coming to PlayStation because PlayStation bought Bungie, and
Yeah.
we were all scratching our heads like, you guys do know that Xbox owns
The
Halo, right?
Halo IP. Yeah.
And
They've
and
said.
now and now these niggas didn't give a shit about Harry Potter yesterday. Now they're like, oh, rip Xbox. You do. They said Hogwarts Legacy was multi-plat 4 years ago. We waiting for this game for 4 years. They announced
Yeah.
it was going to be multi-plat 4 years ago. These guys are retarded, man. They're lunatics
Yeah.
over that stupid Japanese box. And every time I say that, people get look. When we all realize I'm telling the truth. When
Well, I mean, I will play this to you. It's like you got too many people out there comparing a 5-year-old game to this doggone racer that they got out. You got too many people they comparing this damn Gran Turismo 7 out to Grid Legends. I mean, that whole lot of games that you can't even compare it. I mean, dude, man, no wrecks, no car damage. When you run into something, you run into a wall, but you ain't hearing nothing. You just run into a wall and that's it. You ain't hearing not a doggone thing. I done
somebody,
seen videos on that doggone game. It's like, wait a second. Now, did this supposed to be the ideal racing game that's supposed to be superb to every racing game out there?
they
No,
decades.
They can't.
it
They
is
can't
not.
even lie about. They can't even lie about that. So that's why you never hear any. That you don't even hear them talk
Seven
about
is a
that.
whole lot better than that game. And that's a
That
5-year-old game.
yeah. Everything beat that damn game. That game looked like a PS3 game. And
Somebody,
Smitty
you
Smith,
crazy.
yeah. He says Sony mascot might be a Supreme Court judge because they are in trouble with touching little boys.
Oh man, I
Oh, I
love it.
love it. Oh
Hey man,
man.
like I said in my article, on Instagram the other doggone day, y'all saw it, man.
Oh,
Man, they cut Tuck voice. He's
yeah.
out of there.
Yeah, man, they giving Tuck hell today. Hey, and Killer's Heaven said, but according to PlayStation fanboys, Halo sucked. Yeah, exactly, Killer. That's what was funny about that when they were bragging it when they because at one minute Halo suck, Halo's dead, 343. They can't release a good game, and then the next one Bungie got purchased. Oh, we got Halo. We got they PlayStation gonna make the best Halo game and all this other goofy shit.
Cognitive dissonance at its finest.
Yep.
And the thing that's crazy about it is there's no self awareness among any of them. Not a drop of self awareness. It's actually bizarre. It's fun to watch some days, and other days it just leaves you scratching your head. Like,
Yeah.
you actually tweeted that. Like, you don't want to take that tweet back. You just want to leave that out there for all time for everybody to see and go back to and use against you. You just want to leave that tweet out there in the wild. They don't care. They lunatics, man. They lunatics.
Hey, hey, man, look, they're like I believe that they're like us, but just on the opposite side, Iraq, where they see the writing on the wall. So they're just trying to do whatever they can to prop up Sony and survive. But but as fun as that topic was, I do want to talk about this real quick before we get to the main topic. So in February, none of us care about sales, but for me, I always love news like this because it goes against their narrative, and that's always just hilarious to me, right? Because in February, the Xbox Series S and X both outsold the PS5 in Europe. You know that precious country that they always use physical sales on Xbox and all this other stupid shit.
Yep.
And so now that Xbox outsold outsold PS5 in Europe, they became logistic experts and they know about all the shipping troubles going on in Europe. Apparently, PS5 still can't get manufactured, but Xboxes can, and that's the only reason why people bought an Xbox. It reminded me of New Year's, Erock, where they were saying shit like people only bought the Series S because nobody wanted it. so so yeah, Tuckmaster, man, I want to get your thoughts real quick before I get to Erock, man. What do you think about Xbox selling the outselling the PS5 in February?
Oh, great, great, great. I mean, I'm glad it's about doggone time. I mean, I'm glad to see the PlayStation struggle. It needs to struggle as far as I'm concerned. Xbox need to keep on doing what they're doing, and that's a good deal. And I'm going to say that I'm going to say this again. Thank God for the Game Pass. Thank God for the Game Pass. That's the reason why it's doing real good. I mean, come on, fellas. I mean, the Xbox Game Pass is where it's at right now, and the ponies cannot handle it. They don't want it. They don't need it. But I guarantee, like E-Rock, and you always say it, if it came out on Xbox, if it came out on PlayStation first, they would love it. But it didn't. Xbox came to them, told them about the idea, and they didn't want it. So now they got to suffer for it. So whoop-de-doo. Sony fans are just so out of touch. They're so out of touch right now. I mean, they don't know what to do. I mean, maybe they might get on some doggone building and jump off. I don't know, but they know that they want the same thing that right now the Xbox have. And their people's not going to do it because they don't have the money, they don't have the resources to do it. But like I have always said, don't do it. You might as well not even bring it out because it's a doom for failure out of the box. Because you think about it, how much money are they going to have to do to turn around and implement this, to put this thing on their system? I mean, do that make sense to y'all?
None at all, man. But other Zinc said they got in ships through the Panama Canal. Ponies know everything.
I mean, I'm just saying. You just think about the money that what they got to do right now to implement they little game pass that they want to do, and if it fails, that's money that PlayStation they spend for no reason. But you know what? But like I said, if they ain't gonna do like Xbox Game Pass, you might as well not even bring it out because I know some of the people from Sony, from the casual, they mad about that because right now Xbox got it locked up. They got the whole doggone thing locked up with the gaming thing. I mean, and like you said, come out with more games. And this thing I told my one friend, this one really got him pissed off. I said, listen, man, this is what I'm talking about. When Plague's Tales 2 come out on the Xbox, day one on the Game Pass. Yeah.
You breaking up, Tuck.
Yeah.
And we don't have to spend money for the game at all. So what are y'all gonna do about that?
They don't care.
I said, yeah.
They don't care because it's not exclusive. They don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're gonna have to spend $70 for the game though. If we don't.
No, they're not. It's not an exclusive. It don't matter how great the Plague's Tale. They didn't buy Plague's Tale Innocence. And it was one of the best games of 2019. If it's not exclusive, they ain't fucking with it.
And the E-Rock and the doggone thing about it, they're not even messing with their exclusive games either. $70 for a game, please. Hey, dude, I'm gonna put it like this, man. You got inflation, you got gas prices going high, you got people stealing gas out of people's gas tanks, you got people just here in America. You gotta buy your gas, you gotta buy food. Food is high as hell. But decide what they're gonna do. Are they gonna feed their family, or are they gonna buy a damn video game for $70 bucks? Bottom line.
Hey,
just bottom line.
These don't have a family, so I don't know what they spend their money on.
Well, you know what? The ones that do got family, I put like this: the casuals, they ain't buying that crap. The casuals not gonna buy it because they gotta feed their families, man. I mean, inflation is kicking people's butt.
Yeah.
And that's all it is too, man. Man, you got people out here stealing gas out of people's gas tanks. I'm like, darn. I'm like, man, it's getting that bad. I mean, I was driving home today. Hell, gas is like $3.79 here. And that's the cheap end gas. But the high ass gas that I put in my doggone truck is close to like $4.50. So just think about it. I mean, I'm just being serious. I mean, and these ponies, they can do what they want to do, but they don't even buy their own damn games. They so mad about our games, don't get the highest scores, so we ain't gonna buy it. So, but as we don't give a care. I mean, 82, 83, 86, 70. If the game get good quality, we're gonna try it. And all we're gonna do is listen to our friends and what they think about the game, and that's it. That's what it's all about. So, they're just mad about a lot of stuff right now. I mean, and that's all I got to say about that.
All right, yeah, that's what's up, Tuck. And E-Rock, man, what are your thoughts, man? For me, like I said, I don't actually care about sales. I just care about the shit talking at this point, and so that's where I come from with it. It's just the fact, it's that their precious Europe is buying Xboxes now, and now once again, people who walk dogs and take care of fish and fucking and teach fucking kindergartners the ABCs. Now
not even that. You got to have brains to do that, dog. No.
Yeah.
These niggas is they the guys at Home Depot that put the motherfucking aluminum siding on top of your roof. These motherfuckers can't be trusted to deliver pizza. You need brains for that shit. So what? It outsold PlayStation 5 in Europe.
Yeah,
man, now that's huge because only a PlayStation person to follow PlayStation history will know PlayStation in Europe has going together like motherfucking red beans and rice since 1995. That I think the biggest seller over there in the UK is this shit called FIFA. Like that, like PlayStation. That's PlayStation country over there. So I mean, man, Mark Cerny is after Tuck. Yo, man. Yo, man, look, man, they did this shit to themselves, man. $70 games.
Who's that to me?
Not having a Game Pass like service, pushing $70 games, Metacritic. They did all of this shit to themselves. It's hilarious. Chanel had a crazy ass comment, man. He said all of the Sony mascots is gone, man. Fucking Ape Escape gone. Pet Rapper the Rapper gone. Motherfucking Crash Bandicoot gone.
He's on Xbox. Him and Spyro.
Looking at Sony's mascots, it's like looking at all of them dead superheroes in the Incredibles. Like everybody's gone, man. Like, yo, this shit is. They did this to themselves, unlimited production. Yep. But I never thought in a million years the Xbox will outsell PlayStation in Europe. I mean, that's huge. That's and see, this is why stuff like that, the Activision Blizzard acquisition, they still never got over the Bethesda acquisition. They never got over that shit. So their Xbox games outscoring them on Metacritic. So they need any little thing to jump on. So what do we jump on?
Yeah.
34 people left the initiative. It's doomed for Xbox. Like, guys, look. I get it. Y'all little PlayStation is disappearing. The world is changing. Y'all don't want tough shit. Just deal with it. We are tired of talking about y'all. I'm tired of talking about y'all. I did this shit for 6 years. We look. The sooner PlayStation goes, and it's a third-party agnostic fucking game provider. Look, nobody's going to miss PlayStation. The world will continue. Me and Sega Man talking about this. Gaming will continue. The world will continue. Hell, the tourism industry continue without E-Rock. The oil industry is going to continue without fucking unlimited production. The smoke neckbone industry is going. No, that's bullshit. They need Tuck. But I mean, like the world ain't going to miss PlayStation. The world is not going to miss PlayStation. But you guys are just fighting and clinging and Xbox this, Xbox that. There was this dude named Showstopper who used to be on a show called BGST, Big Gamers Small Talk. And Showstopper said about 4 years ago, Unlimited, he said, you know who the industry leader is by whose name is always on people's mouths. And God.
And that's Microsoft, like you said.
Boom. I rest my case.
Yeah. Hey. Excellently put, man. And I forgot how big PlayStation has been in the European market,
What?
and how big this milestone is for the Series S and X.
Unlimited, not to cut you off, man, but I knew shit there was some kind of paradigm shift happening this past September when
Hmm.
over there in Great Britain, over there, see, we call it soccer, but they call it
Yeah,
football.
football. Yeah,
That's the real football. I love the NFL, but apparently more people watch that football over there. So I
yeah,
knew something was going on when Xbox became the official sponsor of Barclays Premier League, which is Great Britain's number one. It's the top football league over there. That's
right.
when I said, "What Xbox? Like what? When did this happen?" Yo, this whatever's going on over there, bro. It's been going on for a while. So I
Oh,
think
that shit big over there, man.
PlayStation's been pushing people away with this $70 for games, and people are slowly discovering the Game Pass. They're finally waking up and
Yep,
realizing that you get more value on this other console. It's up to
that's
what
true.
your value proposition is.
Yep.
How valuable is Spider-Man and God of War to you? How valuable is that to you? If that means something to you, then you get a PlayStation. How valuable is fucking saving money and having over 400 games available at your fingertips day one for $15 a month? People are finally beginning to use their fucking head. Yeah, T Reaper is FIFA, but their top league.
FIFA is the
Uh,
organization,
yeah,
but the
FIFA's the
sport is called
organization.
full. But the sport is called football over there.
Yeah, and Barclays Premier League has all of the top teams over there: Manchester United, Everton, Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
It's something I know about now because I watched the shit. But yeah, man, FIFA is worldwide. FIFA is worldwide. Over there, Barclays Premier League is a part of FIFA. Trust me on this now. But
yeah,
yeah,
it is part of FIFA.
like shit is changing, man, and look, just let it go like we did back in 2000. We were upset as hell the Dreamcast was going away. We were mad as hell. And we didn't even know all the details of why
Oh,
Dreamcast was going
I was real
away.
pissed.
We moved on. We fucking moved on, man.
Right, right. And then Iraq, like you said though, but see, like you saying, is that people got to have a choice now. Either you gonna go in and spend $70 for a damn game. Either you gonna save your damn money and get an Xbox and get the Game Pass. I mean, and that's what I said. I'm gonna always say, if Sony don't do it, no system even coming out with it.
Yeah, and let me give a shout out to All In Sega Forever, because he's the one who said it this way. Game Pass is the great equalizer. You know
Yeah,
that's how he always put it, right?
yeah.
And yeah, no more, not Peter Boy. Yeah. Peter Moore. Yeah, he's still better. Hey man, Peter Moore was that dude though. But the point is, as All In channel, check out his channel by the way. As he always put it, Game Pass is the great equalizer, and it's really coming to fruition just more and more and more, especially in the climate we're in right now, where $70 games just isn't justifiable. Maybe for your birthday, or maybe for Christmas or something like that, maybe for your kid's birthday. But let's put it this way: if somebody bought Sifu, a Horizon, and Gran Turismo these last 3-4 weeks to a
God
month,
damn.
they spent more in a month than Game Pass all year.
God damn.
Yeah, and mind you, with Game Pass in 2022 alone, you're gonna play Redfall day one, you're gonna play Plague Tale 2 day one, you're gonna play Starfield day one, you're gonna play Scorn day one. That's 4 games off the top of my head of more games that on Game Pass alone than you spent all year on 3 games, and all of them are terrible games at that. So that just put it into perspective on and who wouldn't watch a bunch of freak? Yeah, exactly, T Reaper. Hey, people look, at the end of the day, people biggest loyalty is gonna be to their wallet, man.
Thank you.
For most, the people, these PS fanboys who are all vocal, they're in the minority. All right, most gamers at the end of the day, when they see hey, they might have a friend that has Game Pass, right? And he's like, shit, you play Halo, Madden, 2K, because all them games are on Game Pass, right? And
Right, right.
you play all that for $15 a month. What the fuck am I paying $70 for this bullshit where I run around on a robotic horse? You know what I'm saying? Or why would I pay $70 for Gran Turismo where I get another even better racing game for $15 a month with 400 other games? People see that stuff, right?
Right, right.
I geez, even in my personal life, man, I told somebody about Game Pass and they're like, the Netflix of gaming, what? That sounds incredible. And right there, you open somebody's eyes to the Netflix of gaming. Everybody has
Yep,
Netflix, so they
that's
understand that
true.
association.
That
Yeah,
is, you know what? You know what, Collins? You can't say it, no. You can't say it no better than you just said it, man. I mean, it's all about the wallet, and it's all about keeping your money where it needs to be. It's not like you said. It's not all about having a $70 game all the damn time. And like you
no,
said, like I told my friend, and that this one that got mad at me. I said, dude, just think about it. I said, just think about it. I'm going to put all your points in perspective. And this is what he got mad at me about. He said, well, every game is not on the Game Pass. I said, no, every game's not going to be on the Game Pass. But they're going to be a selected few that Xbox will pay developers to put on the Game Pass. I
over
mean,
400 games, Tuck.
right.
How can you beat that?
You can't. But he
Show,
gonna
show
try
me.
to say, but he gonna try to tell me that, he said Xbox don't have every doggone game on the Game Pass. I said, no, they don't, because they're not gonna do that. They can't do that. Now I probably think if they could, don't get me wrong, they probably would, but they can't, because there's gonna be some developers that's not gonna do it. I said there's not gonna be some developers that gonna do it, but like you said, but you hit everything on the button head. So he got mad at me about that, and I just told him the truth. I said,
Yeah,
man, dude, you gotta understand the way that today's world is right now, man. And I said, I ain't talking about you damn Sony ponies. Cause you Sony ponies, y'all gonna buy any doggone thing no matter what. It don't mean no difference what the hell
no,
it is.
no,
Y'all
not
gonna
Tuck,
buy.
not Tuck. They ain't buying everything no matter what. Or Horizon sales wouldn't have dropped 80% of the week.
Oh, yeah, yeah, they ain't buying every game, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Their talk. What's that saying go? Their bark is bigger than their bite, Tuck. And,
Right.
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
like
So yeah.
channel's comment is exactly why people ain't buying games like that. He said, imagine paying $110 for Returnal and Seafood. I'd be sick to my stomach if I paid that much money for them two bullshit ass games.
Shit, more like 140. Shit. What you mean? Shit.
And then just think about it too. When Seafood do come to Xbox next year, what? It might be on the Game Pass.
Yeah, it better be on the Game Pass because I can't
Because
see
I'm
other.
I'm not spending no money for that crappy ass game.
Yeah, not. Hey, I don't think most people would.
Yeah.
Man,
I
this game
mean,
in space. This game in space is so crazy. And when you look at guys like Red Dragon, you look at guys like even Oh No, it's Alex. You look at guys like Review Tuck USA. These guys live in such a bubble. They live in
Yeah,
such a small bubble, always complaining about Xbox and praising PlayStation. PlayStation is so great, and they don't even realize the demographics of who plays on their console. I mean, I kind of got a hint a year and a half ago. I was talking to this lady from Germany on Instagram, and she was like, "My daughter has a PlayStation 4," and I was like, well, "What does she play? What she play? God of War? What she play?" The first thing that chick said was Fortnite.
yep. I
That shit was
figured.
telling. That shit was
Yeah.
telling. I said Fortnite. Like
I've
wow.
always used, hey, Erock, I've always used my brother in that example. Back in 2018, when Spider-Man was packaged with the PS4, I remember because he asked me to get him that PS4, and I picked it up from him at that GameStop, right? That Black Friday. And he sold that Spider-Man game and played Call of Duty. My brother, he was a Call of Duty, GTA, Madden
Wow.
guy.
Wow.
He didn't give a fuck. He would have never touched Spider Man. I'm the superhero fan. I would have played Spider Man if it was on Xbox, most likely, right? Because I
Hmm.
because I like games like that. But he was never going to touch that game. and that and the numbers back it up. 10% only, like I said, and people hate me when I say this, but only 10% of their player base buys these exclusive regularly.
That's right,
All
guys.
right.
Give me a minute, please, guys.
Yeah, go ahead, Erock. Go ahead, Erock. Yeah. Are you about to like to speak, or did he step away? I think he maybe stepped away. But like King Webb said, man, they hit it Netflix, and it became the standard. Exactly. Smitty Smith said, "Where's the outrage for the journalist?" T Reaper, imagine the ponies' reaction if HP Legacy gets put on Game Pass too. Oh, Harry Potter, yeah. Hey man, that'd be amazing if it went to Game Pass, Reaper. But you know they hate it. They'd hate that game the moment it went to Game Pass if that was the case. How does gaming because better if Xbox is the only place for gaming? Competition goes away and you get one company that can dictate price because there's no one else. There's no benefit to one console. Oh, there won't be one console. Hell, there's rumors of Apple making a console. It'll be all right. Change happens all the time, man. In my lifetime, I remember when Nokia was the biggest phone. Then by 2009, the iPhone was. I remember when Motorola phones were massive too, right? And now I believe it's like Samsung is the second most popular brand. So gaming will be all right no matter who comes and goes. Other Zinc said, I mentioned that the DRM police and he avoided the question. Yeah. Sorry for missing that DRM question there. Oh, he said that's Gary. All right, I thought he was talking about me. Let's see. And JCon79, Xbox is where I game, but I don't see the benefit if Sony goes away. That's fair enough. But you got to understand, none of us will have any love lost if Sony goes away, especially E-Rock, man, and
No,
Ebot if he was here.
no, man. Where is he, bot man?
Yeah, he's told me that he was going to come in. Well, he bought man. He's always traveling, and especially with these gas prices, I'm pretty sure he working extra to get that gas money, get them gas tanks filled up. Because
Man,
yeah,
these
when he
hard.
called, he said he was going to make it, but I know that he went somewhere. So I don't know if he went ahead and drove to Georgia or something or what.
Oh God,
Yeah, and like T Reaper said, competition in gaming will never die for sure. We erase Sony, something takes its spot. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly, Reaper. Yeah, and guys, we're about to wrap it up because I got one more topic I wanted to discuss with y'all before we call it a day, right? And so I did make a video on this topic, but somehow, some way, it's going nowhere, right? And it's funny because any something similar has happened to other companies like Active. Hell, the reason why Microsoft owns Activision now is because, as Erock said, Bobby Kotick raped his way into a deal, right?
break this way into an acquisition. That was
Yeah.
smart. That's a smart nigga there, boy.
So, hey, Bobby Kotick, man, that's probably the worst example of felling upwards I've ever seen,
Uh,
man.
what?
This dude fell his way. Even when he's fired, he's going to get a severance pay of millions of dollars. God,
What?
I'm sick to my stomach about that.
You sick to your stomach,
Hey, like, what am I doing, Iraq? What am I doing wrong with my life, man?
man? Yo, how the fuck? Yo, now see if I was the CEO of Activision, I'd have already been in irons. They'd
Yeah.
already,
Oh,
I'd already
oh
been in
yeah. Hey,
jail.
man. Hey, you that.
Damn. This nigga about to get a golden parachute for losing his CEO position.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. But the point is, and rightfully so, the gaming community came together, called out Bobby Kotick and Activision. Hell, it feels like, hey, I'm gonna look into the relationship and into the bond of motherfuckers. But now, fast forward to last week, and a report comes out about how 8 more women have came forward against this sexual harassment lawsuit towards PlayStation. Um, and the reaction to say that the reaction has been polar opposite is an understatement. Again, like I said earlier, somehow Sony should teach the CIA how to get away with shit because this news went nowhere. I mean, Where's a Dreamcast guy? Hey, Dreamcast guy, you care so much about developers and all that stuff. Why don't you care about these people, these women coming forward with the sexual harassment claim? Destin, hey
Boy,
Destin, you got 80,000 subscribers, man. Why aren't you sitting there telling the world about what's going on with this lawsuit, man? But somehow, some way, uh, I again, I'm the only person who I've seen make a video on it, a dedicated video on this topic, who didn't try to skirt over it, who tried to speak out and try to say, all right, hey, this ain't right. And the gaming community just refuses to address it. This is something that Hebot has said before about how nobody holds Sony, nobody would call Sony out, but this is just next level ridiculous, guys.
that's.
And
I agree with that, fellas. I agree
yeah,
with that, Tony Harley.
yeah, and so Erock, man, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the gaming? Like, to me, this is probably like the worst I've. This is one of them, especially with how my life been going, right? Where, yeah, exactly, all in the CIA wish they had the Sony Defense Force, exactly, man, because these guys just get away with everything. So Erock, man, what are your thoughts on this subject?
This shit game fucking this shit gained less traction than the fucking General Lee leading the motherfucking NCAA parade. This shit, this shit went nowhere. It's unbelievable to me. Yo, man, somewhere the motherfuckers over at ISIS is calling up PlayStation like, PlayStation, please teach us how to brainwash these people. I ain't never seen nothing like this.
No,
Unlimited Production, when this shit went down a week ago, he showed me this disturbing tweet where this PlayStation fan has said, "Well, it was only 8 women."
yeah.
I looked at it. I looked. Did I imagine seeing that shit, or am I
No, no, no. That was the real reaction from a PlayStation
and
fan.
I'm looking at this shit like, wow, it's as me and Heba always said, jokingly, but I mean, y'all prove it all the time. Xbox, Sony could fucking kill a hooker, and somehow it'd be the hooker's fault. She was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Xbox could trip and accidentally crush an ant. And, oh, there's cruelty to animals. I'm never going to buy an Xbox now. Like, no, this shit is fucking madness. The lengths that the media, Dustin Legary, all of these motherfuckers, Review Tech USA, Dreamcast guy, the lengths they will go to exonerate and defend this Japanese company who don't give a shit about y'all. They don't give a shit about you, BG. They don't give a
Nope.
shit about you, crap. They don't give a
Nope.
shit about you, Dreamcast guy. All they care about is your money. All they care about is your money. I made a spoof about that years ago, back in 2006. It's been lost to time on fucking OneUp.com about how fucking Ken Kutaragi would tell these motherfuckers anything and then ride off to his impregnable island fortress with y'all money in his hand. Happy as shit that y'all motherfuckers are so stupid to not only defend Sony, but attack anybody that says anything about them. It's just unbelievable to me. Oh, yeah, definitely. Smitty Smith said if that was Microsoft, it would have been 872 articles written about it. And somebody said, or more. Yeah, or more. Yo, man, this shit is crazy how these motherfuckers will exonerate Sony no matter what they do, no matter what goes on over there.
You ain't lying.
But
You ain't
again,
lying.
18 people or 34 people left fucking the initiative. Oh my god, it's the end. No perfect dark. What's Microsoft gonna do? Man, what is fucking Sony gonna do about these rapists? What the fuck are they gonna do about that? How come you're
Yeah,
not talking about it? How come you're not talking about the pedophile who last month thought he was Kmart and had boys underwear half off? What y'all gonna do about him? No, y'all swept that shit under the rug, and y'all will continue to sweep it under the rug to defend your Japanese heroes. Is why I hate them. I can't wait for Sony to go the fuck out of business. They almost there. Just a little while longer now because they fucked themselves in the mid 2000s with the cell processor. They
yeah,
they they sunk billions into that shit. It went into cell phones and computers and PlayStations. Oh, they sunk billions into that shit, unlimited production. And they were so busy sinking billions into it, they didn't realize that the same IBM who was making that shit the motherfuckers was downstairs making this chip called the Xenon and was like, hey, let's go upstairs and see what they doing. So basically, the cell processor was in the Xbox 360, and nobody
Right.
knows this shit. This guy named Dean Takahashi wrote a book on this shit years ago. But
Uh-huh.
I cannot wait for this company to go out of business because of shit like this.
Yeah.
Because anybody, Killer's Heaven says, does anybody remember the PSN hack in 2011? Nigga, what? Does anybody remember the PSN hack? I was a victim.
Yeah.
I was a victim, and they did everything in their power to cover it up.
We covered up.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, they did.
We told them that people's credit cards was compromised. Sony said no, they weren't. We told them that motherfucking people's social security numbers was compromised. There's no way that could have happened. There's no way that couldn't happen. Well, a company called Experian and my bank said, yeah, it did. Oh, my bad. Fuck my bank. The federal government said, yeah, it did happen. Yeah, it did
Mm.
happen. And so their answer was to give everybody uh, a remuneration for their identification being stolen. They gave you 6 games on PlayStation Network. Like, yo,
Oh
man,
yeah, that's some bullshit.
motherfuckers will do anything to exonerate these Japanese, all because they're associated with their childhood. Look, man, I love Star Trek, the original series, right? That's my
Mhm.
shit. That's my favorite show of all time. But if I secretly find out that these motherfuckers was burning Jews in ovens, I'm gonna have a different opinion about this shit.
Right.
I might delete that shit off my fucking hard drive. All 79 episodes. I'm not going to be emotionally attached to a fucking company like that. Like King Webb said, Sony PlayStation podcasters are self-righteous weirdos. They're
Mm.
not even self-righteous. They just fucking crazy over a company that they grew up with as children, or they grew up with as teenagers, or as young adults like me. For some of them, PlayStation was their first console, and that's all they know. But not to this extent. Not to this extent. If you could call out Bobby Kotick for raping his way to an acquisition, then you could call out Sony for that pedophile that's in that company, and you could call them out for the raping of 8 women. And it's up to journalists, gaming journalists, to stay on them and stay on this topic and not let this shit go. But these other gamers, oh, you guys are just racist against the Japanese. Oh, you guys are just experts. You guys just hate Sony. Like, man, listen, take off the rose-colored glasses and see shit for what it is. This company was already terrible, and now it's coming out that they got a fucking a history of raping
Sexual
and
harassment. Yeah.
pedophilia and fucking keeping shit quiet and coercion. Man, unlimited production, let that company go down. I think this double standard is crazy. I think all of these guys is frauds over a company they grew up with. God damn it, man. I grew up with a lot of shit and had to let shit go, man. I had to let a lot of shit go. I had to let a lot of shit go, man.
Yep. Hey, look, Iraq, and sorry to cut you off, man, because you
No,
were preaching
not at
there.
all.
But, but here's my thing. It shouldn't take a random YouTuber with little over 1,000 subscribers to be the only one to say something like this. I went ahead and checked Destin Legary's YouTube channel, while you're speaking. It's nowhere to be found. And again, this is news from about approximately a week ago.
Major news.
Yeah, major news. Again, and I know it's major news because when it happened to other companies, everybody spoke out, and again, rightfully so. We should never, under any circumstance, let guys like Bobby Kotick off the hook because a woman killed herself in Activision.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible stuff. And so, with this discrimination and sexual harassment lawsuit, months, mind you, after the executive at Sony getting caught chasing little boys, um, at what point do you put your love over a fucking video game console aside and say, all right, this ain't right, man? Look, if 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 Phil Spencer or Matt Booty or anyone on Xbox tomorrow, it turned out there's a report that they've been trying to touch little girls, I'd be done with them.
Yeah,
I'd wash my
yeah,
hands off them.
yeah. You can't.
Yeah, I'd be done with it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
rough.
Yeah.
yeah. Like there are some things that you just can't. There's things that are bigger than gaming, right? And that's how I feel about stuff like this. And 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 again, 8 days. So I think today actually, Sony themselves now finally acknowledged this lawsuit exists. So again, under no circumstance should it take that long for the company being sued to acknowledge their wrongdoings. After 8 women came out, and remember, it said 8 more women. So this lawsuit has actually been around for a while.
Damn.
When I was reading up on it, okay, and that, so that's why that one bothered me a lot, and I made my video purposely because I knew it wasn't going to get traction, but I just wanted to get the proof, right? On how a video like that usually gets hundreds of, maybe even thousands, maybe even could hit 1,000 views, right? Because it's big news. It got 90 views. It's like people just purposely creating a blind eye to this, no matter what, and it's only specifically because it's Sony, and that's what just drives me crazy about it all. And so Tuck Master, man, I'd also like to get your views on this before we wrap it up for the night.
Well, I tell you right now, fellas. Let me tell you right now. Okay. You got to figure like this. Okay. Now, about doggone time, because this has been going on. This has been going on with Sony and the Japan industry for years. It just has, because they women don't have no rights at all over there. They don't have no rights over there at all. So what's going on is that now everything's changing up.
They got the right to remain silent. That's about
Right.
it.
I mean, but you figure this, they got cameras now. They can't hide it no more. They can't hide it no more. They used to hide this stuff. They used to, man, don't tell me how many women got raped in Japan over the years, and these doggone executives got away with crap for years and years and years and years and years. But now they got to turn around and talk about it now, because now they don't need the spotlight. But what you're saying is that it's so sad that these people, the media, like some of the media, now Sony got to talk about it now, but it should have been talked about a long doggone time ago. Because like you said, look what's going on with Xbox, right? I mean, look what's going on with Microsoft. They want to go over there and talk about the initiative. Okay, but you got like 8 women getting raped, and they're not even talking about it.
Tuck, man, Tuck. Can you imagine? And as much issues as our media in the U.S. have, but can you imagine if seeing war broke out in the Ukraine, right? And CNN was like, "Hey, let's talk about Kanye West." People, wouldn't you be like, "Fuck Kanye West? Somebody's being bombed." That's
right.
what it feels like. Like, I don't give a fuck. Somebody quit their job. People quit their job all the fucking time.
Right.
Tell me what's going on with this lawsuit. But no,
right.
No, the gaming community. That's why I say it's a bubble. That's why I say it's a bubble, y'all. Because the gaming community does everything, and does everything but talk about the matter at hand for Sony. Like someone said, if it was Xbox, would have been a whole situation.
Oh yeah, it'd have been a whole different thing.
And we just saw it a month ago, last year with Bobby Kotick, and how everybody jumped on him like crazy. So spare me, and that's why I also say this. A lot of what people be saying is just fake outrage, basically. All of it is fake, and you should never take it seriously, because when something like this happens, and they have the chance to call out their own brand, they simply refuse to even acknowledge it.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I mean, it don't make no doggone sense. I mean, they want to call out what Microsoft with the initiative, but they can't call out what's going on in the real world as far as like dealing with these 8 women getting raped. Okay, that's a big issue, and that's a big deal. Okay, I mean, now the thing better is, let's just tell the truth, fellas. I mean, like I said, in the Japanese market, they've been doing that crap for years and years and years over there, but they can't do it no more because you got cameras, you got video, and you got YouTube channels, and they ain't hiding that stuff no more, man. They're just not doing it no more. Now, if they get a chance to hide it, they will, but hey, this they can't hide, because it's gonna be a nationwide thing in a minute, because you can't hide that no more. I mean, when YouTube and social media start opening everything up, man. But like you said, I'm just so mad because of the gaming community just keep on hiding it, and it shouldn't be hiding at all with the gaming community. I mean, I don't know why they're not talking about, but like you said, they got the nerve to talk about the initiative, but they don't have the nerve to talk about 8 women getting raped. Y'all analysts and everything, y'all gaming analysts should have your asses kicked, because this is not about the initiative. 34 employees leaving.
Damn, Tuck, you bottled
Oh
out, bro.
shit, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
man.
is a big deal. That is a big deal. Hey, and I hope they get burnt for it. I hope they really get burnt for it. I hope
Yeah, man.
Sony pays for it dearly.
Yeah, it's about time they pay some fucking consequences for one,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
These guys, man, they Mexican drug cartels don't get away with murder the way these guys do, man.
Man,
No, they
yo,
don't.
these motherfuckers, these fucking slippery Japs got more tricks than David Copperfield. They'll figure a way to weasel their way out of this shit. And yeah, Dr. Vaca, if Xbox was a Japanese company, they wouldn't be worth $500 billion. They'd be
Yeah,
fucking in the red. They'd be $500 billion in debt. You know what I mean? Them motherfuckers don't know how to make money no more. What over there?
yeah.
I ain't never heard anybody say, "Yo, I got to watch the latest Godzilla movie." I ain't heard not a motherfucker say, "Yo, man, well, except these little weirdos, I can't wait to watch the latest anime." Man, that is a dying fucking culture. If you in the weird shit, yeah, then the Japanese is all of that. But if you in the sane shit, no, you can't spend a week over there without losing your goddamn mind. But yeah, man, all of this shit is just crazy. This is just crazy, man. I've never seen a company commit so many atrocities over the decades to other game companies, to publishers, developers, uh, uh, liquidate studios, liquidate whole divisions like Sony Online Entertainment. No problem. Motherfucking bitches being lined up and raped in bathroom stalls. Oh man, we gotta protect the dynasty. But
They can't.
if Xbox steps on an ant, it's 895 articles. They want Phil to give press conferences on 34 employees that left this
Yeah.
shit. They want urine samples. Like what the yo, this shit is crazy. These niggas is crazy. Hey, unlimited. I can't. I don't know if I can do this no more after this year, dude. I'm
Hey,
losing
hey,
brain cells.
E-Rock and Unlimited, I guarantee you right now, if when that story fully come out, because it's opening up now. I mean, Sony got addressed it now. And I tell you right now, and if it comes out to be true, and they blow Sony's cover and all that stuff, I hope they do, and I hope the women get paid big time. And
I,
hey, if they get paid big time, that's gonna hurt Sony big time. Because the only thing that's keeping their ass afloat is the PlayStation. That's the only thing that's keeping it. You think about it, E-Rock, just like you said, that's the only thing that's keeping them afloat. They movies not keeping them afloat. They don't. I mean, in every exclusive that they get come out is $70. It is not keeping them afloat because, like you said, and like you and Unlimited said, eventually those damn games gonna go to the recycle bin, and that's how they gonna make their money.
yeah, Dr.
That's all
Vaca.
it is to it.
Yeah, Dr. Vaca. All 34 employees left Friday holding hands. According to these motherfucking lunatics.
That's sad, man. That's some sad stuff. 34 of them hold hands, skipped out of Microsoft. Okay, well, big deal.
Yeah, man, this shit is crazy.
But you got 8 women, you got 8 women that got raped. Oh, it ain't no big deal.
No, we
Ain't no
got to.
big deal at all.
It's the women's fault. That's shit they were saying. They were even worse than you could imagine. Oh, it was only
See,
8 women.
I mean,
What kind of shit is that?
and the thing about it, I'm glad to see all of them step up at once. They didn't do it. No, they didn't did this thing. They going on 5, 10 years. They coming out with this stuff right now. But then again, I don't know how long it been going on. How long has it been going on? A couple of months, a couple of years, or what?
Yeah, no, the original lawsuit was a while ago. I forgot how long ago because 8 more women stepped up. So this is just a continuation, and it just so happened that I ended up seeing that article, and the guy who wrote it his tweets, and that's why I made my video because I saw that and I was like, oh shit, there's a lawsuit, a sexual lawsuit. Nobody's talking about it. No videos on it. What's going on here? So I had to do a little digging, because I could do something called basic research.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like these other dudes like Destin who can't Google search something to know that Starfield, Bethesda and Starfield never showed games years out that they release and all this other shit. That's a
Right.
different topic for a different day. But the point is, I just I just did basic research to put two and two together of what's going on. And yeah, so you guys got any other thoughts before I close the show?
Yeah, and here's how corny Destin Legarie is, and I'm gonna leave it at that. If we was to come to him and say, Destin, how come you're not reporting all the rapings going on over at PlayStation? Well, it's not really gaming related. And I'd be like, well, if these 8 women come up and there's 8 more, and it's proven to be true, when Sony stock drops another $2 billion, it'll be gaming related then, because they'll
Yeah,
be going the fuck out of business. And I guess y'all motherfuckers will be jumping off of buildings and shit when y'all precious PlayStation ain't around no more.
yeah.
Unlimited and Tuck, I can't wait for that day. I swear to God, I cannot wait for that day. We have lived to see fucking Marvel finally get their comeuppance, and now it's finally Sony's turn. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. They still can't believe that Eternals did so poorly. They can't believe that shit. They
Yeah,
can't understand it.
they stunned that boring looking shit didn't do well.
Yeah, they were stunned. They should have been stunned when they motherfucking green lit that shit. But
Yeah,
oh man, I can't wait for unlimited production. Sony, it's all coming to an end, and this is why they are all just so upset and nervous and constantly Xbox, 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 Xbox. Guys, the solution is for you to buy an Xbox, and then
yeah,
you ain't got to worry about it no more. Purge the fixation. God damn, like motherfuckers don't even mention their ex-wives or ex-girlfriends like y'all mention Xbox. This shit is crazy at this point. But that's all, man. It's just crazy.
yeah,
I mean, E-Rock, one thing I don't get about these Sony ponies and these people out here, man, they despise Microsoft so damn much. I mean, they just despise Microsoft, they despise Xbox, they despise everything that they do. And the only thing they do is just trying to make gaming better for everybody.
No, because Xbox kept proving them wrong. Remember,
yeah,
Xbox was
Yeah.
supposed to be gone in 2009, 2011, 2014, 2017. Like, what year is it, Sony? The Xbox is going to be done? Because I done lost track. God damn, y'all been right about nothing. Y'all have been incorrect about everything. Sea of Thieves was going to flop. Halo Infinite was going to flop. Uh, the 12 teraflops doesn't matter. Y'all been wrong about everything. God damn, just at this point, I would just shut the fuck up. I wouldn't even say shit if I was a Sony guy, because y'all always are the fuck wrong. Like, yo, give it up. It's over. Your little fucking Japanese company is dying. Let them die. It's okay. It's all right. God damn. Eternals
yeah.
is on Disney Plus and pretty much nobody is watching it. Will you watch that shit? 10 motherfuckers sitting around looking at each other while waves crash and a CGI monster tries to make love to a black dude. I wouldn't watch that shit
Oh,
neither.
is that the movie? Is that the movie Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't want to watch that crap. But see, I'll tell you right now, fellas, such think about it. I think I did a podcast on this a while back. And I said, just imagine life right now with Sony PlayStation. That would be the most boringest thing you ever seen in your life.
I probably wouldn't be a gamer anymore. I probably
I
just
wouldn't be a gamer.
I probably would just stop.
Can you imagine having being life without Microsoft Vision, with what they did with the Game Pass, with what they try to do to gaming, and they try to save gaming, and Nintendo and Sony really don't ever care about what they. I mean, they just care about your dollars and that's it.
How can you go back to nothing? How can you go back to having nothing after we done had
I,
everything?
Yeah.
That's why
dude,
they hate us.
I could go back to that.
That's why they fucking hate us. That's why they hate Game Pass so much, because they wish they had Game Pass. They are so
Yeah,
transparent. It's not like they're hard to read. It's not like anything about them is hard to read. It's fucking crazy.
yeah. They just don't like Microsoft. I mean, they just don't like nothing that Microsoft does.
No, they don't like somebody else being gaming other than Sony, and not just
Right.
that, but somebody
That's
else
true.
being gaming and doing it better than them.
I'm glad you got me shitting on that. You read about that.
And,
They don't
and now,
like nobody. Yeah.
and now that their precious exclusives are scoring lower than Xbox games, this is mad. They about to kill themselves. This is everything that they hoped that never fucking happened for the company they said was the next Dreamcast. They're gonna go out of business. Like, man, look, man, it is what it is.
And
Why
I
can't
love when y'all two gave me the thumbs up on my last thing I did on Instagram. I said, just imagine this. I mean, at the last 5 months from last year, Microsoft has been scoring big on Metacritic, and like you say, E-Rock, and this driving them ponies crazy.
Yep.
It's driving them crazy.
Yep.
Y'all
That's
seen the Instagram video that I did on that I showed the flight simulator?
I'm not on Instagram, Tuck. I've been telling you what he about that for years.
Dude, let me
Oh
tell
no,
you right now.
my bad. Yeah, I am on Instagram. I thought you said Facebook.
No, I'm talking about Instagram, dude. Let me tell you right now, man. Man, that flight simulator looks so doggone real, man. It is like pathetic.
We
And
know.
they would die and kill for a flight simulator on their system, but they're not gonna get one because what, Microsoft got the flight simulator and that's it. But man, dude, I was looking at a video the other doggone man. The water looks so doggone real and crisp
hey,
and all
Tuck,
that stuff. The
Tuck,
landing and
Tuck,
all that stuff, dude,
Tuck.
is like unreal.
Hey, Tuck, man. Tucky, you know I got none love for love but you, man. But I'm trying to wrap things up.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Yeah, so everybody, thank you for joining us today. We had a wonderful discussion. I think we hit on everything I wanted to touch on today. Very fun show, and I thank everybody for joining. All in, Smitty Smith, Vodka, Other Zinc, um, and everybody else, Channel, and anybody else I'm missing. Thank you for joining. So as we uh, Tuck, do your outro, and then E-Rock, do your outro, and then we're gonna call it a night.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy DJ Tuckmaster 785, the original Pony Killer. I'm like I said, I'm gonna start doing my podcast around 11 o'clock Central Time. Stay tuned. And just stay tuned to what I got to say because I'm gonna put a little bit more shine on this about what we talking about today a little bit. Because it really do disturb me when you talk about women. We got 8 women, talk about 8 women that got raped, and it really does bother me. So, and all these doggone PlayStation journalists might as well get ready for it. So I'm disappointed in y'all, but that's about it, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do my outro by saying this. Hey, He-Bop, man, give me a call, man. I'm worried about you, man. I'm hoping that some nigga ain't jack you for your gas tank on the turnpike. You know what I mean? 'Cause you can't be missing no podcast, dude. Give
Yeah.
me a call, bro. Let me know you still alive. But hey,
Yeah,
always good to be here, Unlimited, man. And you keep doing the Unlimited truth.
yeah. I'm glad that you came out with it, man. I really am.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I'm always trying to make it a thing, even if even if it won't be all the time, every other week or whatever. But everybody, thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we